Good evening, Elvis. Elvis, can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay. Okay, good. Good. Let me welcome everybody to today's hangout. I hope we are going to have a wonderful time. And I hope you had your questions. Are we going to talk about this time? You can share this link, invite somebody to join us. Let's invite our friends to join us. Share the link, invite somebody while we prepare to dive in. And how are you doing, Elvis? Is everything good? I see Joshua joining us. I see Zini Concepts joining us. Okay, good evening, Joshua. I see Godwin coming in. Godwin. Let's share the link to invite others to join in. And let me know where you are joining it from. Let's know where you are joining it from. We are doing well, Godwin. We are doing well. I hope you're also doing well. Let's take this time to share the link. Let me know where you are joining in from. And if it's your first time joining us on a hangout, just let us know. Godwin is in Tema. Godwin is in Tema. Kitsy, we are fine here. We are very fine. Hope you are also fine. So today, if you have any question, get them ready. I might just have one update, and then we will go to the questions. Oyedepo is watching. Oyedepo, you're welcome. Let us know where you are watching from, and if it's your first time, let us know. Okay. At this time, too, if you have not written a review or giving us a star, you can take this moment to do it. You go under the profile and you see review. Just give us a 5-star and write a review why you think the resources we provide on this platform is good. Just be honest and say, so that somebody else searching can find and also learn. So you can take a minute and give us a review if you have not done so. If you have done that already, you don't need to do that again. Okay. We have only 5 people online now. Should we start or should we wait for them? That's if they will come. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Are you guys there? Let me see some engagement. Let me see some engagement. Let me see some engagement. Let me see you are there. Should we start or wait? Answer me. Answer me. Fifi is here. Fifi, you are welcome. Good evening, Opuni. How are you? Godwin say, let's start. Let's start. Elvis says, yes, 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 yes. Okay. One question that somebody sent that I think we should say something about is the guy has won the visa lottery, but he's had the opportunity to come to the US on a visitor's visa. After that, he applied for the J1, that's the exchange program, and he was here in the US on exchange program. By the time for his exchange program is over, and he is now in Ghana now. So those who know about the J1 visa, you know that when your time is up and you are back in your country, you have to stay in your country for at least 2 years before you can apply again and come back to the US. That is the 212E rule. So his question is the 2-year rule going to affect his visa lottery? Are they going to tell him because he has a 2-year homestay, they cannot give him the visa? That's his question. That's his question. And if you have been with me for a while, you may know my answer to this because I have mentioned it before when it comes to the visa lottery and other visas. They are separate visas and statuses. If you had the 212E requirement on you, this is a visa lottery. If you've won the visa lottery, you have to process it and get it done. It will not affect you. They are not going to say because you have the 212E on you, we can't give you the green card. No, they are two separate issues. So take note of it. If you have won the visa lottery and you have other issues, unless of course, it has to do with you lying to the US government sometime in your life. Maybe you apply for a visa somewhere along the line, and in your application, you lied. That is a different issue. For that, you may never be given a visa again. Misrepresentation can ban you from entering the United States. So let's be very careful. Apart from that, nothing should be able to prevent you from coming to the US. I hope that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. I see Benjamin, Samson, Gifty, you joining us. Let us know where you are joining us from. If it's your first time joining our Hangout, let us know. There are certain things that you do that can ban you from entering the United States forever. And the major one is lying, misrepresenting. They ask you a question and you know the truth, and then you say something else. They ask you, have you been denied a visa before? And you say no. Meanwhile, you know that you have been denied a visa before. When you do that, you have misrepresented yourself. And to the US government, that is a serious crime. It can ban you from coming to the United States for the rest of your life. You get it? So If you have not done any such thing, and it is only having a 2-year homestay on your status, you don't have a problem. Go ahead and apply your DS-260 and go through the process. It is very, very important that the earlier you do it, the better it's going to be for you to be able to get the opportunity to come to the United States. Like I've been saying, the fact that you have been given or you have been chosen in the visa lottery, the fact that your name has been selected, doesn't mean that you are going to be given a visa. No. It does not mean you are going to be given a visa. Let's note that people are deceiving themselves. They get their name picked and they are all excited and jumping. Of course, you should be excited. But don't go telling anybody that you are going to America until you have the visa. Because the interesting thing is people put in the application and they've even forgotten the things they put in the application. People are asking me questions. Somebody put the application in. The person doesn't remember whether they put in that they are student or they are a worker. And those are the things that qualifies you to come to the United States. So if you are not able to prove that you are a student or you are a worker as you put in the application, you are in trouble. Some people don't remember whether they put in married or single when they were putting the application. That is serious. If you put in, when you are doing the application, you said you are married, and then now they say prove that you are married, and they say I'm single. Then they will ask you, where is your divorce certificate? So I'm not married. It means you lied. That's misrepresentation. So we need to be very careful. We need to be very careful. Enifa is in. Tamaja is in. Let's know where you are connecting from. So I'm just saying that don't think that the fact that your name has been picked makes it all easy to just go through. No, it's not like that. It involves a lot to really get the green card in your hand to come to the US. It involves a lot. That's why I tell people that if your name wasn't picked, keep checking, because a lot of people are going to be rejected and they will fill those spaces. So they will be updating the list. So keep checking. You never know. One day you may end up checking and you see that your name has dropped in it. It's very, very important. You keep checking. Don't stop. If you check once and your name was not picked, don't stop checking. You can do it every week. Check. Or every month you want to check. You have 1 year to be checking. You have 1 year to be checking. So let's take note of that. Those joining us, you are welcome. You are welcome. Make sure that you share the link with your friends to invite them. And if you have not given us a review, please do that. Please do that. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about them. I hope today we'll finish early. I hope we'll finish early. Yesterday I had a lot of activities, so I'm really tired. But because we promise ourselves to hang out Mondays, I try to keep my promise. So when you see me yawning, forgive me. Forgive me. I'm really tired. I need some sleep. Okay, Enifa watching from Malawi. Enifa, Malawi. Okay. Benjamin from Ghana. Okay. Samuels is also joining us. Let's know where you are joining us from. So this time, if you have any question, you can bring your question now. If there are no questions too, then that will be fortunate. Then we will just go and rest. Yeah, that would be nice, don't you think so? Just kidding. Just kidding. If you have any question, don't hesitate to bring it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It looks like today is not a good day for people. We only have 4 people online. Yeah, 4. If the day is not good, you can let me know. We can always change it. If the day is not good or the time is not good, let me know. Let me know so we can change it so we can have more people able to join us. If the time is not good, let me know. What do you guys think? Should we change the time? Should we change the time? Do you want it late in the night? Let me know what you think. Yeah, and if I inbox me, WhatsApp me. Let's get you prepared for the interview. Mhm. Frederick is joining us. Frederick, you are welcome. Any question? Any question? Any question? I asked a question, so if you can answer, do you think the time we are having it now is good or not? Should we change the time? If we should change the time, let me know. Make a suggestion. Okay, Godwin is saying that because the time has reduced 1 hour, it's now like, for instance, Ghana 6 p.m. Now people are going home. Okay, so you think that we should move it a bit forward, like we should go to, for instance, 7 p.m. in Ghana or 8 p.m. Let me know. Temitope Adukede. Forgive me if I'm not mentioning your name well. I want to mention the full name. Temitope is online. Temi, you are welcome. John Bosco is on. Opuni is on. Joe Hala is on. Joe, good evening too. Yeah, you are late. That's what we are talking about. we are looking at the time. It looks at this time is not great for many people. Should we be moving it for like 1 hour? Because according to Godwin, there is a time people are leaving work and are going home. So it will be difficult for them to join. What do you all think? Godwin is suggesting we move it, we move the time. We move the time. We can have it later in the day. Later in the day. What time do you think will be good? Because if we do it and we're going to spend all this time and talk about all this and you only have 5 people, it's not worth it, you know. So let's think about it. Let's think about it. I want everybody to give me their suggestion. I don't want to do it unilaterally. I want to involve all of you. So let me know what you think. So Joe is saying that in his humble opinion, 8 p.m. will be okay for most of us because most people will be back from work 8 p.m. So you are talking in terms of Ghana time, 8 p.m. Ghana time. So whichever country you are in, adjust it to 8 p.m. Ghana time and then give me your opinion. Give me your opinion. If you agree with the 8 p.m., you can give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up or a heart like this. Let me hear from you. Engage me, engage me, engage me. Please, engage me. If you agree with the 8 p.m., just let me know. Is that so difficult to do? Godwin agrees with the 8 p.m. Everybody else, please let me know. So we are proposing that we push our hangout from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Ghana time. 8 p.m. Ghana time. 8 p.m. Ghana time. Eight p.m. Ghana time. Ansem, you are welcome. We are thinking about the time we have the hangout. People are saying that it's too early. It is now people are coming from work. That's why they are not able to come on. So we are thinking of pushing it to 8 p.m. Ghana time. That should be, I think, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. We are asking, is it okay? If that is agreeable, let me know in the chat. Yeah, Ansem, longest time. Yeah. Okay, Gifty says 8 p.m. is good. Okay. Because if we are going to spend all this time to talk and answer questions and nobody shows up, you have only 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, that's not good. That's a waste of time and resource. Yeah. So let's do it and do it well. Good to know, Ansem. Great. Good, you are good. So share your opinions. Let us know. Let us know. Joe Godwin Opuni Gifty saying 8 p.m. is good. 8 p.m. is good. 8 p.m. is good. Okay. And I will work with 8 p.m. from now on. I'll work with 8 p.m. from now on. So let us all plan with 8 p.m. so that we can have a full house and be able to share information and resources. We are over 17,000 on this platform. We are over 17,000 on this platform. We should be able to have everybody coming. We share resource together. Okay. So if you have any question, you can bring it. Let's talk about it. If we don't have questions too, then we can call it a night. Let's go and rest. So I'm just waiting 5 minutes. If we have questions, we can bring it. Otherwise, we'll call it a night. And those who just joined, you want to go back and listen to the answer I gave to that particular question at the beginning so that you will know what to do if you find yourself in that situation. Enoch just joined us. Enoch, you are welcome. Any question? On next week's Hangout, I have a special announcement. So make sure you don't miss it. I have a special announcement for us. You want to hear the announcement. You want to hear it. Yeah, so make sure you are on next week. Never miss it. Never miss it. So from next week, it's going to be 8 p.m. Ghana time. Please take note, 8 p.m. Ghana time. Put it on your calendar so you don't forget. And when I put the event on the page, indicate if you are coming. If you join us, indicate it that I'll be present so we know. Citizen Kojo and Samuel just joining. You are welcome. Joe, what do you mean? Like you want me to do tutorials? Tutorials on what exactly? Make suggestions. You can make suggestions, and then because I have a lot of tutorials on the platform, you can watch them unless it's not there. If it's not there, I'm willing to do tutorials. I love to do tutorials. I love to do it. I like to show people how to do the thing themselves. So if it is something particular that you want us to do a tutorial on that I've not done already, of course, let me know. I will do it. I will do it. Yeah, I would love to. Oh, okay, Joe. It's Mondays. Mondays. Every Monday. Mm, every Monday. And now we have agreed that it's going to be 8 p.m. Ghana time. So 8 p.m. Monday, I will be online. Mondays, 8 p.m., I'll be online and we can hang out, talk about issues concerning traveling, answer questions, show you what is current, any important thing that you need to know. I will do that. So it's Mondays, 8 p.m. Mondays, 8 p.m. Yeah, Mondays, 8 p.m. Ghana time, 8 p.m. Ghana time. Mhm. Kwasia Boaje, you are welcome. Austin, you are welcome. Duncan, you are welcome. So if nobody has any questions, we'll call it a night. Mm, I answered the question at the beginning when we started. So if you are just joining us, make sure you go back and watch the beginning so that you can get the answer to the question. You may find yourself in that same situation. It's about someone who had the opportunity to travel to the US on a visitor's visa. Later, he applied for exchange visa and was here on exchange visa. And because of the 212E, he has to stay in his home country 2 years before he can come back. He has now won the US lottery. Is that going to affect him? And we've answered it. So you can go and check. You can go and check. Okay. In the absence of any further questions, I would say it's been a great half an hour session. We didn't have much to talk about because people didn't have questions, which is a good thing. It means that people are learning and people are making good use of the situation. So then they don't have questions, you know. But if you have a question, I'm willing to answer it. I'm willing to answer it. Yeah, hello, Joe. You have a question? But like I said, next week on our hangout, I have a special announcement. So make sure that you don't miss it. Make sure you don't miss it. It's a good announcement. It's a good announcement. Mhm. Okay, guys. I will see you. Okay, just in time. Let me see. Joe says that I would like to know how long it takes for CR1 visa can mature for one to become a citizen after being traveled to the USA. Um, normally 5 years. After 5 years, you will qualify. In most cases, they will even notify you. The government will notify you if you want to do it. But there are certain things, there are certain requirements you need to meet. It's not automatic. It's not automatic. When you get the CR1 visa and you come into the country, and you have plans of becoming a citizen, for the first 5 years of your stay in the US, you can't leave the country. Mm, you can't leave the country. So if you come in with your CR1 and after a year you decide to travel back to your own country and visit, it means that you when you come back, it starts afresh. So if you have done that, you have to count from the time that you didn't leave and you have stayed continuously. You have been present in the United States continuously for 5 years. Then you qualify to apply to become a citizen. But like I said, there are certain things that they are going to check and everything. And once you meet all the requirements, of course, you can become a citizen. Joe, does it make sense? Does it make sense? So you have 5 continuous years in the US. You have to be present in the US for first 5 years to give you the chance to do that. To do that. Lucy is joining us. Gabriel is joining us. Bidemi is in the house. You are all welcome. We were going to close because people didn't have questions and people are saying the time is not good. So we have decided, there is an update of announcement. We have decided that from next week we will be meeting at 8 p.m. Ghana time. 8 p.m. Ghana time instead of the 6 p.m. Say that time people are now leaving their workplaces and are on their way. That's why they are not able to join. So we have agreed that we are going to be meeting at 8 p.m. Ghana time so that everybody can be on. Bidemi, so that is the announcement that we just agreed on. Yeah. So we were going to leave when Joe asked a question and I'm answering it. It looks like today people don't have any questions. But there was one question that I answered earlier on. So if you are just joining us, make sure you go back and check it out. Go and check that question out so that if it concerns you, you know how to deal with it. Yeah, Gabriel says 8 p.m. is good. Good. Good to know. Good to know. Because we just don't want to come, spend the time, talk about useful things, and only have like 5 people on. It's not good use of time. I think with Nigeria, Bidemi, you have to add 1 hour or so. Yeah, I think it's 1 hour in addition. Otherwise, it should be the same time. Please check. You are the expert. Check. Check and tell us. Mhm. Okay. So Joe, did that make sense? Does that make sense to you? Let me know so I know I've answered your question. Okay, yeah. So Godwin is the Nigeria. It will be 9 p.m. Nigeria will be 9 p.m. Nigeria will be 9 p.m. I think Nigeria is 1 hour ahead. 1 hour ahead. No, I think Bidemi, I think 2 p.m. US is 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Or yeah, so 2 p.m. US time is 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Bidemi, it is 7 p.m. Nigerian time. It means that 8 p.m. Would rather be 3 p.m. US time. Yeah, the day is the same. Mondays. It's the same Monday. Monday. Okay, Bidemi. Okay, I'll check. I think I've seen something from you. Awa is watching from Cameroon. You are welcome. Okay, Olufunke. I hope I'm mentioning the name right. Forgive me if I'm not. You have a question, please ask your question. Please ask your question. Kate is also watching. Kate is watching. Wisdom is watching. Let's know where you are watching from. I agree with Bidemi. Gabriel is watching from Ghana. Peace is also watching. Jeff also joined us. Okay, we are waiting for Olufunke's question. Rita is watching. Good evening, Rita. Good evening. How are you doing? Frank Nanause is also watching. Good to know. Good to know. If you have a question, please put it in the chat. If there are no questions too, then we can call it a night. But if you are just joining, make sure that you go and check the question that came in the beginning that we answered. Okay. Robert is joining us on YouTube. He's joining us from Ghana. Robert, we need to talk. I'll call you so we talk, or call me. Okay. The question, one of my brothers was sent an invitation from US last year, 2023. The birthday of that our sister in US was October 2023. But my brother's visa interview is August this year. I want to know if there is hope for him. There is hope for everybody. There is hope for everybody. There is hope for everybody. I have done a tutorial or a video on how you can get an emergency appointment time. The only caveat is that because it's a visitor's visa you are looking for, visitor's visa is not an urgent issue. You see, most of the time, the embassy will consider situations that are urgent. And B1, B2 visa does not fall under that, unless, of course, it is for business or for medical attention. Then you can request an emergency appointment. But if you are only going for a visit or a birthday party, but you can still try. Make sure you watch that video and look at the steps, what you need to do to be able to request for an emergency appointment. Those going to school, those going for conferences, those going for medical attention, those ones, those are urgent issues, and you can request for emergency appointment and you will get it. You will get it. So Olufunke, that is the situation now because it's just for birthday party. They won't consider it as a life or death issue. You get it? There's always a birthday. If you are not able to go for this year's birthday, you can go for next year's birthday. You see the thinking? So that there is hope, but it's a slim hope because it's a visitation. It's not for medical attention or for business. It's for birthday party. So but your brother can still try. You send an email to the embassy and state the reason why you need an emergency appointment. You need to show a cause, a reason. You got it? A reason. You need to show a reason. So let him do that. If the reason makes sense to them, they will give him an emergency appointment. Otherwise, they will tell him to wait. Olufunke, does it make sense? Let me know. Okay, Rob, I will expect your call. So Gabriel's question is, after you are done with working with J1 visa, can you extend your stay? You can, but it has to be under a certain condition. 212E waiver. There's a waiver for 212E. 212E is the 2-year home stay requirement. So after J1 visa, when you spend your time for the exchange program, you need to go back to your home country and stay for at least 2 years before you can come back to the US. But you can apply for a waiver. Now, that waiver must prove why you cannot go back to your country. You get it? You must give them a reason why you cannot go back to your country for that 2 years. If your reason makes sense or is compelling, they will give you that waiver so that you stay in the US. So you need to come up with a compelling reason why you cannot go back to your country. Maybe there's war in your country. So if you go back to your country, you may end up being shot. Then you can state that. But if your country is like Nigeria or Ghana or wherever there's no war or nothing, then it becomes difficult to tell them you cannot go back to your country. You get it? Unless, of course, while you were doing your exchange program, you get some job or something, you get a new deal somewhere in the US, then you can request for an adjustment of status. You get it? Then they will adjust it for you from J1 to whatever visa that you require for that other opportunity. Gabriel, does it make sense? Please let me know. Faustina is watching. Stroff is watching. Hassan is watching. Samson is watching. Let's know where you are watching from. Engage me. Let me know you guys are there. Let me know. Let me know you guys are there. Okay. So Gabby says that it makes sense. Okay, good. Che Balfour Rubin is watching. Stroff, you are welcome. Hope you stay. I hope everything that kept you away was useful and beneficial. We are happy to see you. Olufunke, yeah, the chances are that they will tell him to wait because it's for a birthday party. You get it? So that's what I think. But you never know. He should try it. If they don't agree, that's fine. If they don't agree, that's fine. But he should try it. I'm not saying that he will definitely be denied. But what I'm saying is that they might think that birthday party is not an emergency situation. Precious is watching. You are welcome. How long does it take to secure a student loan in the US? In the first place, if you are not a resident in the US or a citizen, it will be difficult for you to get a US loan. A US loan. Listen very carefully. A US loan. There are other loan systems that you can take and use in the US. It doesn't mean it's a US loan. You get it? Like Empower, it's a loan system you can use for funding in the US, but it is not a US loan. Empower is not a US loan. It's a proprietary loan system, which is an international loan system for students who are studying in the United States or Canada. There are other loan systems. Rob, you even gave another example. Prodigy is another example. Prodigy is one of them. You can use Prodigy for other countries, not only the US. So Prodigy fund education in other countries, Europe, Asia, and all the others, including North America, US, Canada, Mexico, those places. You get it? So they are international loan system, not US loan system. US loan system is given to permanent residents and citizens because you have to go through the FAFSA. We have a government system here that coordinates loans, student loan systems. You get it? So that is it. You can use Empower or Prodigy. And it depends how fast you provide them with the requirements, the documents they need. If you put the application in and they request for a particular documentation and you send it, they process it early because they know your timeline, your school timeline. They will ask for all those information. So if you need your loan or you start school in the summer and you put in the application, it means that they need to make the money available for your summer semester. You get it? So they will work with you to meet the deadline. That's how they work. Do the loan cover personal expenses? Since my case, tuition is fully covered. Yes, the loans cover your tuition, personal expenses, housing, for all those things. Since your tuition is covered, they can give you a loan for your personal expenses. That's why you need to work with them and provide them all the information that is needed so that they can expedite the processing for you. Rob, so you need to. That was what I was going to talk to you about. So it is good you are ahead. I like that. that you are thinking ahead. That is very good. So look into it, and then when we talk, we see how to deal with that. Does it make sense, Rob? Charles is watching. Alex is watching. Usu is watching. You are all welcome. Let's know where you are watching from. So Straff says, what visa type do I need to apply to spend my leave holidays in the US? You need the B1, B2. B1, B2. You need the B1, B2. So once you have your date that you are taking your leave, you have your financial resources to take care of everything, you should be good to go. You should be good to go. Make sure you check that resource. I've done a whole video on it, and also step-by-step documentation that you need to go through. Go to the website. Go to the website. There's a whole resource for you to do what you want to do. Stuff. For your question, I have a whole resource from step 1 to step Z. So go and check it out. Go to the website. Go to the website. I'm sure you know. Let me put the website in for you. There are a lot of resources there. There's a lot of resources on the website. So check it out and do it. Do it. Because if you ask me to do it for you, I'll charge you. I'll charge you. Go and do it yourself. You can do it. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Struff, go and check it out first. Go and check it out first. Everything I'm doing here, I'm trying to help you to do it yourself. It is when you are at the point where you realize, oh, you don't have the time and all that to be able to do it, then we can talk about money issue. I don't want money to be the first thing that I will talk about. I want you to be able to be in a position to do it yourself. That's my prime objective. It's not your money. That's my prime objective. Yeah. Olufunke, how are you going to change the birthday invitation to emergency? Birthday is birthday. Unless now you are saying that it is no longer birthday and it is something else. Something else like what? You see, you need to come up with something better to convince them. If you say emergency, there are things that qualify as emergency. So whatever reason you are going to give must fall within the emergency requirement. Is it a health issue, a medical issue? Is it school? You know, schools deal with timelines. So I'm sure Godwin will tell you when he requested for an emergency appointment, he had to give the reason that he has to be in school at a certain time. But the time they gave him will mean he is going to miss school. And because he was able to prove to them that going to school at a particular time was an emergency situation, they gave him an early appointment. You get it? So you need to be able to come up with something that qualify as emergency. Olufunke, do you understand what I'm saying? Is it clear? Because you cannot just assume and say that, oh, I'm going to make something an emergency. It has to be emergency. Maybe there is a conference you need to attend. Maybe for the conference, you are going to present a paper at the conference. It's an emergency. If you don't go, that paper, of course, you may be able to send it to them electronically, but presenting it is going to be very important. That's why you have to be there to present it. That is something that you can reason out with. You get it? So you need to really come out with something that qualifies as emergency before you can change it. There's one person that I was helping. Their brother was sick in the US. And the hospital that is taking care of the brother sent a request to Ghana that the sister should come and take care of the brother. Meanwhile, there was somebody that the government has assigned care for the brother in the US. And the person who is taking care of the brother has written to the government that he qualifies to take care of the person. The sister got all her documentations to go for a visa to go and take care of the brother. They denied her because the reason was that the person who was taking care of the brother now is capable of taking care of the brother. And so there is no need for her to come. You get it? This is a case that this lady can fight. She can get a lawyer and they can fight for her. It's the brother. She has more right to the brother than that person. You get it? So these are some of the things that happen. So yes, Olufunke, that's what I would say to that. Aaron is watching. Kaiser is watching. Favored is watching. Let's know where you are watching from. Rita want to know more about appointment date for DS260. It depends which DS260 are you looking into. Is it for work or is it family? Which one? Depending upon which one it is, you may be able to get early appointment. If it is work and your petitioner puts in a request, it can be dealt with. If it is family and it has to be an immediate family, it can be done. So it depends. Do I have to buy date or wait for the consular to send me the appointment date? You don't buy date. You don't buy date. In most of the DS260 appointment, the consular or the consulate will send you a mail with an appointment date. You get it? In most of the cases, that's what will happen. So you have to wait. If you think it is delaying, you can send an email to the consulate and they will respond to you. You get it? Right? So that's how it works. You don't have to buy any this thing. You just have to pay for your application fee. It's not buying the appointment date. Mm. If it requires that the consulate send you the date for your interview, they will do that. But if you think that it is taking too long, send them an email and find out what is happening. Don't tell them you are delaying. Just tell them you want to find out what is going on with your visa interview appointment date, and they will respond to it. Emilia is watching. Let's know where you are watching from. Is there any other question? Is there any other question? Okay, Rita says that I sent and they responded that they are done with the review. But yes, I haven't received the date. They just said they've done with the review without telling you the next step. So ask them, what is the next step? What is the next step? Ask them. Send an email again and ask them, if you are done with the review, what is the next step? Good. Olufunke said, but they may ask my brother that he was invited for a birthday celebration. The birthday has been celebrated. So why did he want to go again? Of course, they will ask that. What do you think this response should be? If the birthday has already been celebrated, then there's no need. You get it? So that's why I'm saying that you need to come up with something else. The birthday seems not to work. So don't use a birthday. Use a normal invitation. Use a normal invitation. You have a sister there. It has been so many years since you saw your sister. Your sister wants you to come and visit on your holidays. If your brother is working, he should take a leave from the work. They should give him a letter that shows that from this period to this period, you are being given your annual leave, and he is using his annual leave for that trip. The company says that when he comes back, his work is there waiting for him. It is just a vacation. And in the invitation letter, your sister have to state clearly that she is going to make sure that your brother at the end of the visit comes back to his country so that he can go ahead with whatever that he needs to do. It is very important. There are certain words or statements that need to be put in the invitation letter to convince the consular that this person will return. You see, the main reason why they would deny somebody a visa that is B1 or B2 is that there is an intention that the person will not return. So if you can take that doubt out, even through the invitation letter, it enhances your chances of being approved. So don't use birthday or whatever. Just go with direct invitation from your sister. Your sister, if she is now a citizen, says that I'm now a citizen and I'll be very happy for you to come and visit. It's been so and so years since I saw you, and I already miss you so much. I want you to come from this period to this period. I've put in place all these things that we are going to do together. We're going to visit, we're going to do that, we're going to go to this place and all that. And at the end of the period, I will ensure that he returns to his home country. You get it? So it is very important that you craft the invitation letter very well. And they will give him the visa if they are convinced that it's a genuine visit. Olufunke, you get it? Yeah. Don't use the birthday because by that time the birthday will be over. So of course they won't give it to him. Has he applied already? Has he applied already? Olufunke, has he applied already? Oh, okay. So he has applied already. And has he received any feedback from them? Stroff, you are looking at a step-by-step guide to securing a B2 visa without an invitation letter. Have you seen that? That's the one you need on the website. Unveiling the Path. That's the title. Unveiling the Path, a step-by-step guide to securing a B2 visa without an invitation letter. That's what you are looking for. Let me see if I can put it in the link, in the chat. I'm putting the link in the chat. I've put the link in the chat so you can use that. Olufunke, okay, he's applied already. If have they responded to him since he put it in? They have the documentation anyway. Now that is going to be difficult. Now this is a 50-50 chance. It's a 50-50 chance that they are either going to wait it out for him or deny him because the time will be past when the birthday is. If he hadn't applied, then we could do adjustment in the invitation letter and everything. Now it's going to be difficult to adjust it because they have the documentations already. If you go in and change anything, they will see. You get it? So let it play out. Let's leave it to play out. Don't do anything for them to be suspicious about him. Tell him not to do anything. He should let it play out. If they deny him, he will apply again, this time with a different reason. You got it? So let's do that. Olufunke, let's do that. He shouldn't do anything to create a problem for him. He doesn't want two answers. That will be a problem for him. Okay, Ojo is watching. Sana is watching. Onicola is watching. Let's know where you are watching from. Okay. Okay, so we have decided that from next week, The time is going to be 8 p.m. Ghana time. 8 p.m. Ghana time. So please note, Mondays, 8 p.m. Ghana time is when we are going to meet, so that it will be comfortable for everybody to come, because this time is not good for many people. So please put it on your calendar. Mondays, 8 p.m. Ghana time. We will be meeting. So that we can have a good time. And I said, next week I have a special announcement. So make sure you don't miss it. I will put the meeting on the platform. I'll put it on the platform. Make sure you indicate when I put it. Make sure you indicate. Let me know you are going to be there. It helps to plan. So let's do that. I hope we had a good time together. If you are just joining us, go back and watch the video. There are questions that I've answered earlier on, so that you can benefit fully from it. If you have any other question you want to ask, you see my WhatsApp number scrolling on the screen. WhatsApp me, don't call. Just send a text. WhatsApp me, don't call. And then we can talk about it. Yes, Olufuke says 9 p.m. Nigerian time. 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's do that next week. I love you all. Have a good night and enjoy your sleep. And share, and invite your friends. Share.